Babe, I'm in a show right now. Yeah.
Yeah, hello guys. Good evening, guys, and welcome back to the Football Fans Zone with your boy Tema Banks. And with me, I've got a wonderful guy, Mr. Admiral Drex. Boss, how you doing? How's the day? How you doing?
Bro, I'm all right. I'm good. I'm good. What are you saying, people?
Um, yeah, it's always nice to have you here. I've seen some chat already. Papi says we are here early. Um, go guys. Okay, that was the link. I dropped the link. So I'm
Yeah.
expecting a mark, and there's a possibility Papi might join as well. Big up to you, Luan. Big up to you, Luan. Back to what I was saying, man, Drex. We have seen a lot is going on out of transfer right now. A lot is going on,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't even know where to start from. I don't
Yo,
even know where to start from. But I know a
maybe
lot.
we start from the. What do you think, the Osimhen one?
Yeah. I think we have to start. Let us kick the show off with Victor Osimhen. What would you have to say in regards to Victor Osimhen? Because it has been reported by Fabrizio Romano that he's not willing to reduce his prices, and the only team that looks alike like to get him is Al Hilal of Saudi Arabia. They've been talks going on between the Al Hilal and Osimhen camp, and I think they're even doing it in person. I think they traveled down to Italy to discuss that terms in person.
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea are also, discussing with Victor Osimhen as well, agent, but they have not really come to an agreement. Like, where do you see Osimhen and playing this season? You think he will move to Chelsea, Napoli, or there's a chance of him going to Saudi Arabia?
For me, the man has said he's not going to reduce his wages, right? So I believe
Mhm.
that's got
Yeah.
to do with what he's earning currently at Napoli, right?
Yeah.
So if anybody is willing to match this wage, then so be it. But what Ali Hal has on the table, it's mouth watering. For me, speaking to a Victor Osimhen, right? If I was Victor Osimhen, what would I want to do? Chelsea at the moment isn't isn't all that stable, right? But I still believe
Mhm.
they need a striker to get in there and make a striker of Osimen's quality might just take them up a notch, might even make them fight for the top four, right?
Mhm.
But with the package that Ali Hal is actually dropping, right? Osimen is still young. Osimen is like what, 24, 25, right?
Yeah, around here.
Yeah, so if he goes to Ali Hal, that's basically, and maybe he signs a 4-year deal with them, and maybe after 2 years somebody decides to come in for him or something like that. But it's a tough one because you
Mhm.
live in Chelsea. Chelsea are in the Conference League next season. You go into Chelsea, there's a possibility that you might end up in one of the European tournaments as well, be it Champions League or the Europa League. If we say all things being
Yeah.
equal, right? That's you back in the European scene. But going to Ali Hal,
Yeah.
it's tough, bro. But when you look at the money, bro, when you look at the money, man, you
It's
might as
crazy.
well just,
It's
yeah,
crazy, man. The one is
it's a
crazy.
crazy.
Because
You
I
might
think they say it was around 30 million or thereabout. 30
a
million
year, bro.
no, I think it was 60 million for 4 years.
60 million for
60
four
million
years. So
for four
what's
years.
Chelsea offering? That's the thing.
Chelsea
So
they just want him to reduce his price. I think Chelsea want to offer him around 180, 190 or thereabouts.
with what I
That was what they
know,
want to offer.
I don't think Osimhen. I think the mistake Chelsea made was to allow Osimhen last season. I think it was last season he actually extended his contract. They should have gone in hard for
Yeah, it
him
was last
last
season.
season. Yeah,
It
they
was
should
last
have
season.
gone in hard
No,
for him last
even
season.
last
But
season, so many clubs went for him now. So many clubs were in for him. There were so many clubs
no, it
lined
was
up for this
Napoli.
Osimhen.
Napoli didn't want, Napoli wanted to. Well, Napoli wanted to put him on extend his contract so as to get a huge transfer fee. Right. Don't forget they paid. They think they paid. I think
I think it was 70 million.
not of 70 million for this guy
Yeah,
from
70
Lille,
million. Yeah.
right? So
Mhm.
so they want, like, they were looking to recruit, but they didn't envisage that things were going to go sour the way it went, right, with their
Yeah,
season and with those
yeah.
Osihmen and the manager and all of that, right? So
Mm-hmm.
now Conte has come in. Conte has said, "Yo, I don't fancy this guy. If he stays, I
Mm-hmm.
might use him, but at the moment, his Conte has got in Lukaku from Chelsea. You
Yeah,
understand? So it's
mm-hmm.
maybe that's the reason why Chelsea is thinking, okay, they could do a deal. But Osimhen has stated it categorically that he's not taking a wage cut. So it said that
Yeah,
he's
he's
going to be
not.
staying at Napoli, or he moves to Chelsea at for the same wages, or even go to Ali Ha for an improved wage. So in the man has stated it's all about it. It's not reducing his wage. So anybody coming to say, "Oh, you're playing for the money, bro," that's on you. Man has stated it's not reducing his wages. So be it, bro. He won't be the first person playing for the money. You
Yeah, he
understand?
won't.
So neither will he be the
Yeah,
last. So man has said it's for the wages. It's for the wages. Deal with it.
yeah.
So if Chelsea wants to get him, give him the wage. If
Eh,
Chelsea don't feel like he's what he's asking for, then walk away, bro. Walk away.
it's as simple as that, man. Just get it done, or you walk away. Let me just. I'm just see some Chelsea talking about the whole Osimhen thing as well. Like Patricia says here, he says, Osimhen, go to Al Hilal for the bag. Nobody will remember you in in 10 years' time.
No,
Even some
I I I
Chelsea
share
fans.
I share these sentiments as well, right? Because yeah, they even Drogba. Some Chelsea fans they don't even acknowledge Drogba, let
Yeah,
alone Mikel Obi. You understand? So
yeah, yeah.
it's for me, the only I don't want Chelsea to do well. I feel like Osimhen would take them up a notch. But so no, I would see Banks. It's a right now. I'm just being truthful. I'm putting banter aside
Yeah,
right now.
mhm.
Osimhen to Chelsea would help them, right? But
True.
if the man is not going to reduce his wages, Joe, you either match it or he moves elsewhere to go get them paid. So, like what
Yeah,
Patricia is saying is spot on. Nobody will remember him after 10 years, bro. But you would have earned a lot of money in another 4 years to actually, if you know what you're doing, then you could actually be settled or sorted out for life. That's it.
yeah. And Siviso says, and Lamini says, I represent the sentiment of all Chelsea supporters in stating that we do not require this individual. Jackson is sufficient.
This person is obviously
You,
not a Chelsea fan.
yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. Lamini, you must tell us which club you support, man. You must tell us which team you actually support because, like Drake says, I don't think you are a Chelsea fan. If you are really a Chelsea fan, you won't be putting up that statement. Mark, we saw Chelsea, they destroyed Wolves. And this is something I was not expecting. You know, I was thinking that Chelsea were going to win 2-1, but they dismantled that team. And does it affect because we all did our prediction for the top 4, for top 6. So with the way Chelsea have come around to smash Wolves 6-2, does it mean that that rating or whatever you've put Chelsea before, you want to reconsider and add them to somewhere else?
I think I did put Chelsea I think I don't know, I can't remember where I put Chelsea. In one of the stream I put Chelsea at ninth. One of this Another person's stream, I think I went as high as 8th position, right? But
Mhm.
for me, if you watch my the show I had with Tesh on Diop Sport Possible Outcome,
Yeah,
I expected Chelsea to beat those guys. I actually said Chelsea were going to get 3 goals in that, more 3+ goals in that game, right? For some reason, I just don't understand why. There are some certain teams that Wolves tend to be. It's the same manager, you see O'Neill, right?
yeah,
So there's some
I know.
certain teams
Yeah,
that Wolves tend to be tight fisted on when it comes to going to them or playing against them, right? They feel like they turn into a prime Barcelona or Real Madrid or prime United or Man City, right? But that
yeah,
Chelsea game, I just saw it as not to sound a little bit cocky, but I saw it as a case of two teams on almost the same level going head to head, and the bigger one was Chelsea, in my opinion. So that 6-2 wasn't a surprise for me. What was a surprise for me was the fact that Kopama didn't get more than one goal. That was a huge surprise.
He was creating the goal. He made 3 assists.
That was the surprise for me.
Assists.
And that was a surprise for me. So all these talks about United for Sancho, Sterling, might as well just get that guy, give them Sancho, give them another 15 million or 20 million and get Kopama. But that's another topic for later, right? But I wasn't surprised.
Yeah.
I wasn't surprised about that. A 4-1, it's more like a 4-goal difference, right? So I wasn't 4-1, 4-2, 3-1. Those were the kind of result I was. So when I saw it was 6, it's something like that. Mark, I think the link is in the chat, bro. Let me.
I sent it to him. I sent it. It's on the chat. Let me just send it to him again.
All right.
Let me just say this. It's on the chat. Drop it on the chat. Yeah, the link is on the chat now, Mark. It's on the chat. Check the listen. Now, Drex, I don't know if you've seen this because initially we all know that there have been talks of Sterling joining.
Big up, Tesh.
Chelsea. Big up, Tesh. Is he even? Tesh.
I'm here.
Okay, how are you? Just stay quiet. How are you, man? Big up to you, man. How are you?
There. Make I quickly join on that. So at least if not for
just join. Like, what is your opinion on the Chelsea game, man? Chelsea.
I think everyone's getting carried away though. They did play well, but I think all of a sudden everyone is putting Chelsea in the top 4.
Yeah, we are reconsidering. Like, I did not expect them. Last season, Wolf beat Chelsea twice. Over and away. Then they went and collected for this time around 6-2.
But yeah, I understand. But again, Chelsea also had some big wins last year as well. They had some big wins as well last year. So for me, it has to be what they call a couple of games to be able to understand, okay, you know what, are they actually the team we think they are? Just from one game, I won't run away with it. I have to wait for a couple of games before I see, okay, you know, is Chelsea really like the team you want to probably put in the top 4 for now? No, I'll probably just think. I think it's just a one-off until a couple of games, right? Then I would make my mind up.
All right. Mark says, bro, that Sancho did not happening. I guess man.
For me,
does it mean that?
Are we talking about the Sancho thing now? Because for me,
I want to touch on the Sancho thing right now.
Okay, I don't think if it's not gonna go through, if the deal is not gonna go through, I might be happy with it, right? Because from what I'm looking at right now, if that deal actually happens, then my team is light, right? I know there's a lot of
because they still want Sterling now. They still want Sterling though.
Sterling is a small screen.
I want to understand one thing. Is this Sterling deal? Is this the player? Are they being real? Are they playing?
It's for me. I feel Sterling is just a smoke screen because if we look at what these guys have been trying to do, right? And I'll say this again also. If we look at what these guys have been trying to do, Euro about on the was it 20 or 18 on the 20, Ugarte 23. What's the other guy's name? Zexi about 23, 24. Which other person did we get in? Delete 24, 25. Mazraoui, I think Mazraoui it's like 24, 25, right? So then they will just wake up all of a sudden and give Chelsea a 24-year-old or 25-year-old player and take an elder statesman in Ryan Sterling. I don't think that thing in itself. So all of
do you know even what even is? I think Ineos will have to think of an. Even Ten Hag will think of an. If I give Sancho to Chelsea, Sancho can go ball. He's finished. Ten Hag is finished.
For me, I think it's a ploy or it's a tactics to actually get Juventus to hurry up or maybe agree to United's term or maybe fine-tune, like revisit their proposal and make it meet United's asking on United's request at a level where United can actually say, okay, we could work with this one, right? But getting a Sterling doesn't make sense. But on the other hand, right, I would say this: the new group, Ineos, they've been doing all the business, right? Don't forget we still have 75% Glazers. So maybe this is just the transfer that Ineos have said, okay, Glazers, you can do.
See, let me tell you, even for Glazers, and Glazers will be like, Glazers will look at Ineos and say, Ineos, you have done well. You know, Ineos, I think our total what we've sold so far is not huge. It's around roughly around 100 million, right? I think it's around that ballpark. And what
it's sold, I think it's around 90 million. So players sold already.
Right?
I think it's 90 million.
Even 90 million is good. When was the last time we sold 90 million?
They will bought roughly around probably 210, 220 million, right? So if you look at that, right, net spend wise, right, just 100 and something. Glazers will appreciate that. And also, if you look at it from a salary perspective, these guys are, apart from probably Delete, I'm not sure of Bugatti, the rest are basically on normal salaries that every other club will pay them, not being overpaid, right? I think Glazers, what we applaud Ineos, right? Getting Sterling to me makes no sense. Sterling is expensive. One, from a salary perspective, is basically it's on top of the hill, is going down next. It's not climbing up again. It's not getting faster. It'll get slower. It's 29. It'll get slower. Then you're giving them a Sancho that's hitting peak. That will probably it's 24, 25. That's going to hit his peak. So it makes no sense. Zero sense. It's like then, right, if we're saying, because for me, if not for the issues, right, Sancho is worth at least roughly 50, 60 million, because he's actually an intelligent, he's a good player, right? So you're saying, are we paying 50, 60 million for Sterling at 29 years old? That cannot even score, score a goal. And all his life, he has played against United from Liverpool and Man City, and he has never scored. So to me, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. Even the Glazers, even if they are not wise, but like, you know what, this deal doesn't make any sense. It's bad for everyone, including United, including even development of the youth players, of the younger players like Sancho, Ahmad, Garnacho. So it hampers their development. It doesn't make sense. If honestly, if they buy that player, I give this transfer window 0/10.
Oh wow! It changes. 0/10.
That would be the worst thing you can ever do. It's like buying. Say you buy you buy a house, a nice house, the flooring nice, right? Flooring, it's good marble flooring for you, right? Which has nice. You now use let me use paint to paint on the floor to cover the marble. Doesn't make sense. So to me, it makes no sense at all. Like Sterling deal. The minute I heard it, right, I was already boiling. I said, you know what? It's just paper talk. I'm telling myself it's paper talk, because no man in their normal mind will make this kind of decision.
And I thought that was what I was also thinking. I was thinking that there can't be truth in it, until when I saw an article came out saying that Ashworth have begun talks with Chelsea to sign for the deal to happen. Everybody got all confused. So this morning now, there was an article that came out even from Fabrizio Romano saying that Juventus now and United have agreed a deal on Sancho. But as it is right now, like Mark said, that the deal is not happening. So we are back to Chelsea taking Sancho and giving Manchester United.
No, we are not back. We are not back to that one. That one is just a smoke screen.
Have you guys seen this news? Sorry to cut you.
Yeah, which one?
Evans has retired.
Johnny Evans.
Johnny Evans.
Yes. Yeah.
Let's look at it.
I just saw it. No.
Wow.
Therefore means we are not selling Lindelof anymore.
Johnny Evans retires. Okay.
Because I heard Lindelof is
sorry. He retires from international football. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I know Lindelof. Lazio, I heard there's a report saying that Lazio is interested in getting Lindelof. But for me, the Sancho Sterling talk is just it's just a talk, right? I still would not believe it. I still would not believe it. If it happens, would bawl, would scream, would pull our hair out and all of that, right? But at the end of the day, those guys up there would have given us something to query, right? Like we all know every human being is bound to make a mistake. And we all know there's a point where these guys will do one or two transfers and it will raise the eyebrow and everybody like, what are you doing? Right?
Yeah.
It just happens to be that this one is staring at us in the face and it's been leaked. If it's something that we just wake up on money and say Sterling to United don't do, like everybody will go gaga, right? But it's something that we could take. But now I don't even want to process the thought because it's on all fronts, on all grounds, it doesn't make sense to me.
True.
It doesn't make sense to me on all grounds, right? So I don't think the Dan Ashworth, the Wilcox, the Blanc, the Vivel, and all them guys, right, would want to undo the good work that they've done this window by closing it with such transfer. I don't think it's something that they will want to do. However, if they do it, it just goes to show that they are human at the end of the day. Maybe they're just maybe a big maybe they're just trying to pander to the Glazers to say, okay, this is the one you could have. Maybe I'm just saying maybe, but I don't think they want to undo their good work like that.
It's also
big up, Mark.
The Glazers now they like Betty Pass.
No, Tess, you know them Glazers are not really. They're not really properly advised, right? They really don't know. For them, they might just be wanting to keep somebody in the club that will be an asset to them. I'm just saying, like this in itself look like a Glazer-nomics kind of deal.
Yeah.
Right. In the past we've seen this kind of a deal and we've all attributed it to them. But I'm not gonna break a sweat on this one. I'm just gonna file it under one of those Snyder to United kind of links. That's
Snyder. That's standard.
You're saying stupid, bro. We need to know you're saying stupid. Big up, bro. I don't know why MANDEM doing streams about Jadon Sancho deal agreed when Juventus offer a loan option, bro. Come on, bro. You know these men not accepting this deal, bro. Fabrice Hawkins, bro.
Yeah, I'm like, that's what I've been looking at. Fabrice Hawkins. Who is this guy? Somebody is saying he broke the Euro deal. He broke the Euro deal.
Yeah. Bro, listen, bro. Like, let me be honest, bro. If you had to sell Sancho, I want 40 mil or obligation for 40 mil. And I'm willing to wait until January and scout for 6 months to get the proper winger, bro. I have time to scout a winger, be it a youngster or 24-year-old or somewhere in between. You know what I mean? But to rush to get Sterling, no, I don't agree with that. I'm not going to say that he's a terrible player, bro. I mean, honestly, he was a good player. I think his best moments are behind him. You never know. A man might have a last season in him, a magic. You never know. His football is a funny thing, but I don't see bringing in a 30-year-old version of Marcus Rashford as a viable option for United. We're trying to get rid of the problem that is Marcus Rashford, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Imagine it.
You know what I mean? And all intents and purposes.
Is Newcastle playing a game tonight? Because it feels like tonight.
Yeah, I see that they are playing the Carabao Cup.
Yeah. Is Toney back?
Yeah, it's starting.
Yeah, he's back. He started today.
I love that player.
Gambler one. I hear men starting to push our agenda about we making a late push for Gambler number 2.
No, I think before we go into that one, I think that is that's way, like, if you read the article, they just dropped it in and didn't really talk anything about it later.
No, I read a bunch of articles, bro. I have a bunch of different articles covering our situation, you know what I mean? But as far as I'm concerned, bro, I don't know how I would feel about that deal, because one, I would always be of the opinion right now is the point of we buying Xerxes. If we go and buy Toney, we might as well just promote Eton Weekly and buy Toney, if you understand what I'm saying. Because you can't a player takes 78 games to develop according to the Moneyball system, right? That most clubs is used, like Brighton and these clubs, even Dortmund. When is Xerxes going to hit 78 games, bro? 80-something games. When in next 3 years?
Yes.
No, but that's the reality, and there's a problem with what fans they don't really. I don't understand if they consider that, you know, the objectives of the club. in terms of what the club decide to do and how that outlay will unfold. Because when you look at what we do with the attack, you have a young attack barring Rashford, minus Rashford. If you don't understand what I mean by barring, minus Rashford, right? You have a young attack, 4 young attacking wingers, and 2 are young attacking strikers. The only way to develop these them to see if they're really worth it is for each one of them to at least get 25 games this season. You can't do that if you add a Sterling. You can't do that if you add Sterling and a Toney or a Toney. So 2 out of the 4, out of the 6 going to suffer. Their development is going to be stagnated. It's the reality. And
I don't think this.
And the problem is that fans really impatient, but pretending to be patient. If you understand what I'm saying.
Because I don't know why fans are impatient though. Like, where's the hurry?
It's the hurry to sack the manager. That's what they're looking for, bro.
Where's the hurry?
Yeah.
As in, we can actually see. We can see what Ineos is doing. Right? I can see it. I can see what they're doing. I can see what they're bringing in. To me, they've done fantastic work from an incoming perspective. They're also cleaning house. Guys, be patient. To me, be patient.
And that's the problem, man. Fans don't have time to be patient anymore. Like Mark said, they act as if they are patient, but they are really not patient. And sometimes you don't blame them for it, because when you consider money.
No. Banks, don't say you don't blame them for it when you consider money, bro. What are they supposed to use to buy players? Is it water? Is it sand? Is it calories?
You know money, that last year was the most telling. I think I almost fell into that trap, but you know what? I think we will not make it a top 4. We'll struggle, right? And as season start, what's happening? Why are we losing games? What you just said, we will not make top 4.
That's the thing, man.
So when you're using, money has been spent. Okay, money has been spent. What if the players you spent the money on don't gel? We saw what Chelsea spent money last season. Yes or no?
Yeah, they did spend.
They spent not of 200 on 2 players, Enzo and Caicedo, right? Yeah. And we saw what those players did, right? A lot of people were attributing it to the coach, but some of these things were down to the players as well, execution. So when you say money has been spent, so it now equates you giving no, bro, it doesn't work like that.
Bro, listen, this is not a video game. I just keep telling men that this is not FIFA. Right?
It's career mode.
And I feel like a lot of these fans have this. It's not that they probably don't want the manager out, but this agenda of you get all these players that you supposedly want, you spend this amount of money, everything should just work like a snap of a finger. That I don't get. I don't understand that logic. Like, even though we get new players who should fit the system better right now, I still think the first 10 games might be up and down. I think after the first 3 to 5 games, we go iron out everything and we will start to operate. That's just me. That's what I think, right? I could be wrong, but I'm not sitting here and saying the manager had no excuses, bro, because that is bullshit.
Yeah,
that is abject rubbish, bro. And the reason why I say that is because nobody didn't say that about Ancelotti when he get Bellingham and all these players and Mbappe. Nobody didn't say that about Madrid coach. Nobody didn't say that about Arteta last season when he buy Declan Rice and all these fellas. You know what I mean? Imagine they buy Declan Rice for 6 and Declan Rice playing in that 8. Understand what I'm telling you? So it's like, if people want to talk about Ten Hag, then we analyze what's going on with the other coaches first and look at the time frame, look at the timeline. Because for me, I don't understand the whole uproar about finishing 8th in a shit season with so much injuries, all this shit going on around the club, and men still crying like if, bro, they're so embarrassed, right? But the club in disarray. You know what I mean? Now, while I have my standards and I say I expected to do better, I could understand, because we do have the same fabric of players that we had back when we had Fergie. These kind of players where, bro, they would have fight tooth and nail to drag a point or to drag wherever they could get. They could scrape in 90 minutes. You understand? You have a bunch of players that have a fluctuating mental state, you know, and it's not to say that they not have strong minds, but sometimes they had this drop. You know, they went through some situations over the course of 5 seasons before. Even after the first season, MANDEM is forget. You know, the length of the trauma some of these players have with losing is 5 to 6 seasons. First season with Toney, yeah, we come to win a cup. But that trauma has been long, bro. One good season not going to negate 5 bad seasons. We move on to the season 2, we should have improved, but watch. Everybody know we needed defenders, right? Going into the season, we get Johnny Evans, and then them still blaming Ten Hag for defensive problems, bro. Now, while the manager could have changed and adapt, you understand? What about why Pep and Arteta and all these coaches didn't change and adapt their systems after the first 2 games in the second season? Why? They never do that. You know when they do it? After they get the system to work, then they tweak it. You know why they tweak it then? Because everybody have one understanding at that point. They know what they're about. So now we could add different changes to it, and it will not change the basics. And I feel United fans is overlooked that, because at the end of the day, we could say we are united, and we are this winning heritage. But bro, in the last decade, we win nothing really major. You know what I mean? So then we get over that hurdle, bro, and then we look towards the future to what we could win. Because right now we need to build ourselves back to our title challenger. We're not that. And the reality is hard to accept in some cases for a lot of people, broski, in my honest opinion.
That's an truth, man. Real Ferdinand. Slammed Manchester United for agreeing to for selling Scott McTominay. Like, what is your say on that, man?
I don't understand the love for, and I understand, and this one that I understand the sentiment. He has been here for 22 years. He has given probably a majority of his life to the club. But at the point, even the players to realize, I heard himself also wanted to leave. The players understand that I need to because I'm 27, I can't be a big part player for the whole of my career. The players have seen the opportunity to go to a different team and move. Then both United and the player, they've agreed. The player also agreed that I want to go. So I'm not sure why Ferdinand is so concerned now. And also looking at McTominay, we've seen him over time. I know he did a lot last year. But in the if you look at a total package as a player, right, he can only be what they call an off the bench or a bit part player, not a starting 11 player. And everyone in life needs to look at it. You know what? I'm not cutting it out here. Can I call it out somewhere? And if Napoli is paying 30 million for him, then for sure, he's actually going to play games. Right? He's going to get more game time than he is at what called at United. So I don't see any. I'm not sure why, because I think it's this the DNA, the winner trophy.
I don't understand. I don't understand, man.
So, honestly, I don't understand. It's crazy. But honestly, for me, McTominay, I thank him for everything he has done. I think it's time for not just United, himself in his career to move on.
Fact.
For me, it's just somebody will just. It feels like somebody just wants to talk, and and why? Maybe Ferdinand is thinking there's something. Maybe Ferdinand knows something that we don't know, but from the picture that we all have, right? Does it make sense to keep McTominay as a player, as a bench player? The man, obviously, for Conte to come in at first and say loan, United say no, and they actually came in with cash, with money to say, okay, not loan this time, we want you, right? And they've sold the project to McTominay. Why would McTominay then want to sit on the bench, knowing fully well that there's going to be either ways? If he's not leaving this season, he will leave next season. So on the one hand, you could actually argue that McTominay even did United a good. On the one hand, you could argue like this is my boyhood.
I agree. Solid. I agree.
This is my boyhood club. Why will I leave for free without them? Actually, they paid me, right? Now, why will I want to leave for free without next season without actually giving them something back. So you on the like I said, on the one hand, we could argue it. On the other hand, another coach wants me so bad in his starting 11, right? Sold the project, whatever they sold, we don't know, but the project has been sold and the man has bought the project. And don't forget, he's not going to be earning the 60,000 pounds that he was earning at United. Maybe it's going to go up a notch, right? And there's a possibility of winning the Scudetto and maybe the Italian Cup as well. And don't forget, they'll be in the Champions League.
Yeah,
I believe. Are they in the Champions League or the European League? Napoli finished 5th last season, I believe.
Let me just check.
I think they didn't do well last season, though. I don't think they did.
They didn't do it last season, I know.
Yeah. So
I can't confirm if they are in Champions League.
I don't see anybody coming to say it's a huge. When you say a huge mistake, therefore means you've not watched McTominay from the back end of or the second season of the season where Jose Mourinho brought him on. There is really the man says I'll keep him as a forward over Rashford. Forget about if you there's really nothing spectacular to McTominay. That's the word for me. One thing I would not take away, that I would not take from anybody when it comes about slating McTominay, is the fact that the man was a top professional. Whether we criticize his output, or we criticize his skill set, or whether it's good enough for the football club or not, he was a top professional. Same with 100%. Maguire and all of that, right? So we shouldn't take that out from this guy. So, but this is a new chapter. If you just stay and just get still, bro, your song might not be sung all day, bro. Now leaving, it gives us United fans, those ones that want to go see him and go see what he can do, bro. All this, it's a huge mistake. It's a huge mistake. It's a huge mistake now, bro. It's no huge mistake, bro. Players come, players go. United had Van Nistelrooy. We sold him. We didn't suffer. United had Cristiano Ronaldo. We sold him. We didn't suffer. United had David Beckham. We sold him. Nothing happened.
Rooney and then
Rooney. I didn't even think the way Rooney left, right? For me, Rooney should have even gone a year or two before he did. If it was so obvious that he was done out at is that what people really want? Where it's so obvious that you're done out there and you now move? No, I don't want that. I want McTominay go there, shine, wish you all the best, bro. Wish you all the best.
And he will play. Like what is Andrew Monk says here, he says we have some of the most brain dead ex-pros turned pundits in all of football. I swear to God, Rio at times makes Gabi Alagbonlao sound like Gabriele Makoti. What an idiot stick.
Honestly, all these ex-players, Gary never carry full family good disgrace for Spanish league.
For me, it's like just because they play football at the highest level, right?
Yeah.
Don't mean they might get when it comes to tactics, when it comes to a few things, they might get it right. But bro, don't forget that they're not using a different set of eyes to watch this football game. Some of them watch it off the screen like you and I do. Some of them are very opportune to, like Gary Neville is always, like most of the time is in there, right? But it doesn't take away what you are seeing as a human. Bro, you see that McTominay is always all about, he gets the odd goal here and there. When it's in the middle of when he's being asked to play, sometimes it's all about side play and all of that, right? It's energy. He has the energy. Don't take it from him, right? But when you come and tell me it's a huge mistake, I'm asking you, what's the huge mistake? What's the huge mistake? What's when someone like Ferdinand, just because he's a quote unquote a legend of the football club, doesn't make everything he says 100% right. That's why sometimes I don't like to slate them. Sometimes I just hear them and just move past them because, bro, you're just another human that's bound to make an error. So
this one here is a Man City fan. Manchester United are forcing academic player out, yet he gave them his all. He always played with passion and left his heart in the pitch.
Why didn't Man City hold on to Cole Palmer?
Bro, what is this dude talking about, bro? What is dude talking about?
For free.
He's saying that
what is this? I want him to explain why does he say this, bro? Because hear him out on this, bro. Scott McTominay has been at Man United for over 6 years, bro. And he has never improved. And whether or not he's a United Academy graduate, bro, he's not at the level, bro. Like, what are we doing? This is the problem with the
bro. It's sentimentality. That's
bro, it's
the
not
problem.
sentimentality, bro. It's abject imagination problems, bro. People living in fantasy fable worlds, bro. Because it's like, bro, we know, bro, Scott McTominay should have been sold 3 or 4 seasons ago. Since Mourinho left, certain men should have go.
Yeah, Ole should have sold Scott McTominay,
bro. Like the fact that we sell Fred before Scott, bro, was mad, insane.
It was crazy,
I don't know how fans blame Fred when McTominay was always the problem in the midfield. You understand? McTominay in the midfield is when he is have 1 or 2 games, he's be on it.
Yeah.
Then it have 1 or 2 games where he does contribute with output. But in almost every game, he does fail as a midfielder. No, we're not trying to say we hate McTominay, because at the end of the day, he's an academy graduate. Yeah, you know what I mean, at the end of the day. But as a United player, if we want to win, he's not there. The reality is there's players who will not make it, bro. That is the reality. This is not a participation sport, you know, bro. This is a competitive sport. I feel like a lot of people feel like you're supposed to get medals for participation. You know what I mean? This is competitive sport. This is the fiercest battle in the world. You know what I mean? No jobs is like this, bro. This is peak performance or you know, lose. You know what I mean? Peak performance. This was expected every single day. Now, you know, athletes are human. They can't always perform at their peak. But then you look at the consistency over a period of time. And when a player's playing more than 2 or 3 seasons at a club and not performing at that standard, bro, come on, bro. When you're sold, whether there's academy graduate or not, it's time to go.
Facts.
Fabrizio just tweeted this one now. He said, it's got nothing to do with United though, just because you're the football fan zone. Aaron Ramsey to Southampton, here we go. Deal in place after official bid review earlier today. Fee 24 million to 25 million, add-ons included. Bro, that's
which Aaron Ramsey?
From Arsenal.
Ramsdale from Arsenal.
Ramsdale, sorry, Aaron Ramsdale.
I was confused as well. Since then.
I was confused as well, man. Yeah, not a United fan, but they are making a huge mistake by selling Scott McTominay. Go sign him then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's a very good one. Let your club sign him.
Yeah. Those ex-players don't want Manchester United to succeed, so that their legacy continues untouchable. It's training shit at this guy now. When you hear McTominay scores goals for United, one would think he scored 15 goals. How can a club at the level of Manchester United be depending on McTominay? We are falling so bad. And that's the honest truth, man. Falling so bad.
That's not really entirely true, but I could understand why you would make that statement, bro. To be fair, like if a player, one of the players who you do expect to be one of the biggest goal contributors in your worst performance season, is that it might seem like you're dependent on him, but I just think that was more likely opportunistic, how to put it, observation that people made that just seemed like it was fact because of the situation, you know what I mean? And let me be honest, bro, like I don't know, like some people that say they want Ten Hag to tell the truth, but when Klopp lying, nobody do vex. When Pep talking shit, nobody do vex. It's just when Ten Hag's lying, man, like, where's my liar, boy? Bro, I don't understand it, bro. I sometimes I just be sitting there thinking about it, like, where did this get all these, you know, how to put it, sensational phrases, like, you know, style of play, you know what I mean, build up from all the back. They want waiters again at this behind basketball, football. Like, bro, like, men don't watch La Liga and thing, you know. Men don't watch France. Men don't watch no other league. Men just watch Premier League, you know, King. See, there's no when men
For me,
don't have a culture in
it's
football
just the
because,
hate,
bro,
bro.
like from the time men see a game little open, they call it basketball football. But the most exciting football games is open football games. You know what I mean?
True.
Back in the day,
Yeah.
football games used to be way more open, but the defending was so good.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah, man.
Now, some of these defenders is get rated like world class for not being as good. It's just so weird. They don't work as hard. There are so many rules to help them. You know what I mean? Like back then, when they concede a handball is penalty. No questions asked. You know what I mean, in the box. So for me, it was a different time, and I feel like a lot of that lost on a lot of football fans now because a lot of football fans, pep struck with this side-to-side football and pass, and tap in a goal. When a player shoot from outside the box now, is the player stupid, is the lowest XG. But bro, bangers the score. All the greatest goals we ever see, bro. I never see a tap in the list yet. I never see a tap in the list. It's only bangers, man, scoring. Bangers.
Always bangers.
You know what I mean?
Only bangers. And moving on, we saw Chiesa to Liverpool. He signed for Liverpool, £10 million. And that's, for me, that's a good deal. It's a bargain. But yet again, I don't think I would be too excited if I was Liverpool fan because of the fact that of his injury history. But guys, what do you guys think he adds to that team, Liverpool? Chiesa.
For me, if I'll go first, right? I feel like maybe it's written on the stars already that Salah is leaving. It's a known fact that Salah is leaving next season. So Chiesa would just take up the role of the right wing, right? Now bringing him on to join the squad might just be off the bench because you have Luis Diaz on the left side, right? And you have Salah on the right side. So Chiesa obviously will be coming off the bench. So if Salah moves next season, at the end of this season, right, then Chiesa automatically have that spot. Chiesa is a fine player, but I don't think he's got it in him like he did about 2-3 seasons. No, it was three seasons ago, right? 2-3 seasons ago. So that one, it's just another addition to the squad. Will I really lose sleep about it? Maybe not until I see his 5 games in the Premier League and see what he does. Because don't forget, he's coming from an Italian league, the Premier League side, which the pace of the Premier League. Let's see how he adapts to it. But all in all, it should be a fine signing for them, but not something spectacular, if I would say.
Yeah. Mark, you also have to eat. What do you think?
I don't.
Mark, are you there?
Yeah. And for me with this deal, bro, I kind of conflicted because, when he was at Fiorentina in the early days, it's Fiorentina, right? I think it was Fiorentina.
Yeah.
And he had just started. I think he was good. I was looking at Chiesa like, bro, could get this guy, bro. You know what I mean? At the same time, I always was saying, Mason was coming back at the time. So, boom, boom, boom. So, then this guy had these 2 ACL injuries, bro. And I was like, bro, he stopped looking like that explosive Chiesa that he was. You're looking a little bit more reserved and timid, to be fair. Not coward, but timid. You know what I mean? And to be honest, it might be a deal that could play him back into form. You never know. He coming in as a backup, so you not want to have that much pressure on him. As a low fee. You know what I mean? You don't have any pressure to do anything. Maybe that might work out for him. I was even saying, bro, if I was seeing the future, when I was, knowing what would have happened when we sell Mason Greenwood, I would have say swap Jadon Sancho for this dude and let Juventus send 10 million across. Because if they're willing to offer 27 million euros on option, better they did send him across and with plus 10 million in add-ons, depending on clauses with Sancho. I'm telling you, I accept that, bro. Because realistically, it would be a better situation because again, a dude, fresh start. You have a blank slate in the Premier League. anything could happen with him. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, he is, for what it's worth, last season he played a bunch of games, so let's see if he remain fit, he might do well.
Let's hope so.
As an Italian fan, so I can't say he's going to do exceptionally well. He's been poor. So
yeah, he has been poor, man. But you can also put that to the injuries, man. You can put that to injuries. Tesh.
My take on Kesa, as in, I think Mark covered everything from his days from Fiorentina. I think he also did well when Cristiano Ronaldo was there.
Era.
Era was that Juventus. He did also very well. My only fear is that the Premier League is one with the pace, right? It's and he has had injuries that basically where he has lost a bit of a yard of pace. But overall, the removing player football aside, I like Kesa naturally. I like the player. I was thinking, why didn't we go for something like this? Right, but again, we probably might have to let the winger go, for example, Sancho, right? Probably bring Kesa or probably something they were interested in due to his injury record. But I think though I won't say it will struggle, but one will have to see how he adapts to the Premier League and then make judgments from there, because it's a new era for him though. And also, I'm not sure why. If anyone knows though, why did Thiago Motta want him gone? I'm not sure why. Is it an attitude issue or is it probably because of due to performance? I'm not sure.
But whatever, I don't know, because this guy Thiago Motta came in. He's not just him, not just Chiesa. I think Schnechny as well. And was it there are about a lot of them, about 8 of them that he did not want in his team. All gone. And the thing is that Juventus have also kind of like back him up with new signings, so it does make sense. But I don't expect much from Chiesa. I do rate him as a player, not just I don't think he's that good, but he can do a job. And with what Drake said, if Salah is going to leave at the end of the summer, I think he will take the spot, but I don't think he's coming there to come to replace Salah. I don't think there's any person that can actually replace that Salah of everything. And we saw Arsenal have been linked to Nunez. Is that true, or is that a fake news?
Which Nunez?
Matthias Nunez of Man City?
Darwin Nunez of
Darwin Nunez of Liverpool.
Yeah.
They'll cough up 80 million or 90 million because Liverpool not agree on.
So somebody said, I think it was Mark, where Mark said that if they can get Darwin Nunez, then Arsenal will be, title contenders. But I guess Mark have forgotten that Darwin Nunez will always miss opportunities.
No, but if that report is to be believed, right, and it's true, that would be a good signing for Arsenal. Honestly, in my opinion.
Why do you say so?
At least it would give them, if it's not gonna start, it would give them something different off the bench. I don't see Jesus time. I feel like, what's the space? Jesus might leave Arsenal next season, right? Yeah. I don't think Jesus has got all the. I don't think Arsenal would win anything with their guy in terms as their striker. So they put having Darwin Nunez to their squad might improve them, because at least there's a focal person in the attack that the likes of Martinelli and Saka can actually find, because Jesus tends to drop deep a bit, right? So I know that we know Nunez would, like you said, would miss goals here or there, but he can still do a very good job for the Gunners. I don't know what the problem is with him and the current Liverpool side, manager or whatever it is, but if Arsenal, I don't see that's going to be a huge chunk of money for Arsenal, bro.
To sign him, right?
That'll be like 50 because he's young. He's a striker, and striker these days they don't come cheap. So,
and also note, it's not really prolific though. To be on that risk though, Arsenal will take that. It's not really a prolific striker. I know it might grow to what they call to a better his game, but Arsenal willing to take that risk for that amount of money. But Liverpool will not allow him to go shit. They won't.
No, they won't now because they got it for almost 100 million, if I'm not mistaken. Mark, you were the one that actually told me about it. What do you think, man? You don't know I brought it up now. You told me about the link Arsenal to be between Arsenal and Darwin Núñez. Do you think there's something genuine or just fake news? Because for me, I think it's fake news.
Well, I don't know now because nobody else was in for Darwin Núñez. All of a sudden, you hear Darwin Núñez to Arsenal. I feel like it could be something that could be possible. We know Arsenal looking for a striker. Who's to say Liverpool might be willing to get rid of Darwin Núñez? If you understand what I mean. You know, he might not be the type of striker that, you know, Slot wants.
Yeah.
I'm being honest. And that nobody can say he's a terrible striker for that. But, you know what I mean? The weird thing is reading this comment while having to talk about Darwin Núñez because, you know, pace which he do have, he hasn't shown pace in the last 18 months, to be fair. You know what I mean? You could tell that by the Euros. He was slower than average. You know what I mean? He couldn't get past nobody with pace, so that's weird. You know what I mean? I think he fear on the intensity part because he did try to be intense in some of the games, like for Italy in the Euros and, you know, playing for Juventus, you know what I mean? I just think that, you know, it's one of those things where it could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing because he has a good style of play. You know what I mean? It's just that explosiveness that he had that gave him that little extra bit of trickery with his pace, with actual pace. He don't have it anymore since that injury, or he hasn't shown it. So, but yeah, it could be a good sign, a potential good signing for them. I won't say an excellent signing. That's like top player signing. You know what I mean? Like, let me just say Liverpool was to sign a top defensive midfielder like they had signed Zubomendi. That would be an excellent signing. You know what I mean? In comparison.
Yeah. True.
I would be afraid if Arsenal was to get Darwin Núñez for some reason because I was hearing KG say it this morning. But when I heard about it, I also think the same way. You know, I mean, Darwin Núñez has missed a lot of chances, but Arsenal has created a lot of chances. So,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Way more than Liverpool. So, who's to say that he don't score more?
He can. But moving on, guys. I want to ask a question. At the moment, is Kopama the best player in the Premiership currently? For you, do you think Kopama?
I like him, but it's not the best, bro. I like him. I want United to get him, but I don't think he's the best. When you say best, I don't think he is.
So, who would you say is the best player in the Premiership right now?
Whoa. Right now, bro. Who I think the best player in the Premiership is right now, bro. I don't know, but not Cole Palmer, bro. He did win the young players award, right? But doesn't make him the best player in the league, bro. Doesn't make him the best player in the league. There's an Eden Hazard, Haaland. There is for me, I even fancy what's his name? The guy on the left wing for Liverpool.
Left wing. Anton Diaz.
I still fancy Diaz over Palmer. I like Palmer, don't get me wrong, but
okay.
I just feel like maybe he would grow into it. There's been for me, I still rate Bernardo Silva over him. Right. So that in itself tells you a lot. For me, it's not the best. I don't think he's the best player in the league, though. I don't think so.
Okay. I think no. I agree with Rex, but I love the guy. His calmness. If you dribble you, there's no recovery. Don't think it. You get injured. So, so I love the way he plays. Hopefully, I heard he's a United fan. Hopefully, he can. We can probably try to price him away from Chelsea in the future to United. That's if his growth continues like this. But I bet you that price will be steep.
It won't be easy though. It will not be easy, considering the fact that Chelsea have decided to give him another 2 years contract. to make it. I think his new contract is from to 2031. Like, it's crazy. Kind of deal Jesse gives, man. It's crazy, man. And this was sometimes to get rid of players, they fall victim, just like what we did with Sterling right now. For Sterling, they have to pay Sterling 70 million pounds for the next 3 years because he still has 3 years contract. Well, I guess
70 million what?
70 million pounds.
Yeah, but still around 382,000 per week. What you thought? If they want
mine is on, wait. Mine is on what? 382,000.
Me, I sit down there. When I go.
Nah, man. This him that for me is the links to United is just a decoy to get Juventus. 380.
Yeah.
Lord.
He's on that.
The blood of Jesus.
That is bread, bro. That is bread. Bread with some eggs and some milk, some sardines in it, bro.
To get rid of him, you have to pay 70 million pounds. 70 million.
No,
so I
don't see United letting Sancho go on the 300, 250 plus add-on plus the bonus 300 whatever it is, and taking on that. Nah, even if he wants to take a wage cut, I don't think he's going to take anything lower than 200.
Yeah, I think around 200 because he said it. Sterling said it that he is willing and ready to take a pay cut to play for another.
You should take a pay cut and go to Bournemouth, bro. Take a pay cut 100. You want to take a pay cut and go to Bournemouth or you go to Wolves.
That's his level. Bournemouth, that's his level right now.
But if I were you Sterling, bro, I'm gonna sit at Chelsea, bro. I'm gonna make them pay for that stuff, bro. Like
do it that gives that for United. I sit down there.
I'm 382. Because even if he comes to United, right? Let's analyze this properly. If he comes to United, there is no guarantee he will start. So that in itself will translate that he might not even get into the English squad for the 2026 World Cup.
For England.
Right? So what are we talking about? Are you just going to take a pay cut? Because most players now, that's why I wanted Wan-Bissaka out. Even Scott McTominay going to Napoli would help him strengthen his place in the squad for Scotland and all of that, right? But this guy, that's why I've been crying that Sancho should actually get some game time to actually strengthen his options in terms of, because they're going to have a new English manager, right? So,
I don't want that. I disagree one time. As you see a standing about new English manager, I don't want to hear that, bro. One, and the second reason, I went and play for Trinidad, so he end that England talk one time. And this is about United, bro. And let's be honest, I don't know why, man. I don't know why everybody so up in an uproar that Jadon Sancho didn't start one of these first games. He was not one of the best players for United last season.
I'm just saying I want him to get game time.
I'm not talking about you directly. But I notice a lot of people, even the media, trying to push this narrative that Jadon Sancho and the manager are not really good and he must leave because he didn't start the first 2 games. I think that is so lazy. You cannot expect Sancho to start any of those games, bro. Name one of the wingers who started Sancho had a better season than last season.
None. None. Let's be honest, none.
First of all, and then secondly, even Sancho come out and say he had an ear infection. So if you have an ear infection, bro, you don't want man to be playing football, bro. Let me be real.
You
gotta be off balance the entire game.
Yeah. No, some people don't know that the balancing has been
is your ears and your toes.
Some people don't know that. Some people just feel ear infection he could play. It's like
bro, bro, it's had to leave some people sometimes, bro, because they're living in that alternate reality. Video games corrupt their mind, bro. When them playing FIFA Pro and FIFA Ultimate Pro, they feel like they put together a squad of players in real life. That squad go and play exactly how they want them to play. It don't work so, bro. It don't work so. People have personalities. The game don't always account for those things. So you have to look at it from a objective perspective, because at the end of the day, like, as much as I was fuming when I watch him kiss that Dortmund badge, bro, I will still say, bro, this man, if he get I'm being honest, bro, man, feel bro, I'm a serious diehard United fan. You know what I mean? Bro, if I was bro, the only thing that separate me from a real ultra is I ain't born a man, bro. I tell you. You know what I mean? I rep United hard, bro. If you look at my left wrist, you see my United tattoo, bro. I don't play. One club for life type of business, you know what I mean? So I just keep it honest, bro. And I just saying, bro, sometimes, bro, you just gotta forget what you think. Because sometimes you thinking out of frustration, because look, when you add up everything that involves Sancho, the amount of money he getting paid, you know, the fact that a lot of people is saying all these things about it, they go so far as to try to ruin his reputation, to say they kick him out of City. When in true and in fact at Manchester City, Pep begged him to stay. Pep wanted him to stay, and he said, no, I want game time, I leave it. And we is congratulate other players for doing these things, right? But but both people turn it around to make it on Sancho, like, oh, you know, he has a bad history at clubs. Bro, when he went
bad
to
attitude
Dortmund,
as well.
When he went to Dortmund, wherever he do at Dortmund, bro, they love him at Dortmund, bro. Trust what I tell you, bro. When I go through Dortmund, bro, and people hear my accent, and I tell them my training, the first thing they say, bro, Jadon Sancho, bro. And so much Jadon Sancho kits these men is be wearing in Dortmund, bro. One of the biggest selling kits in the Dortmund jersey, bro. You understand? So men I don't understand. It doesn't work that way with football, bro. Sometimes it's had to left it, bro, because as long as bro, football should be based on the football field, on the pitch, on the pitch. You don't sell a player, you don't hate a player because personal reasons, bro, that have nothing to do with the club. It have nothing to do with the football pitch. It have nothing to do with winning football games. You understand? Most of these players, bro, they ain't perfect individuals, bro. They didn't wake up one day and say, I want to be somebody's idol or somebody's role model, bro. They wake up and say, I want to be the best footballer in the world. That's two totally different things. You know what I mean? So I think we need to stop trying to assess or try to analyze and state the way these players should live their lives and what they should be doing. As long as the output on the football pitch is top class, we should be clapping them, bro. Because that is all that matters at the end of the day. As long as there's no convicted criminal, to be fair, and they're serving a life sentence or you know what I mean, that kind of real abject madness. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
We need to focus on the football, especially United fans, bro. But we going away from that, bro. We going into everything else but the football.
Yeah, I think a lot of us are losing. A lot of United fans are losing focus on football and just trying to go on the human, right? Because I see a lot of people, you haven't said one thing, oh, the manager, you haven't said one thing, oh, this player. I'm like,
the club is divided.
No, Tesh, it's not about the club being divided. It's the fact that some people just feel like their opinion about certain things is fact. If I have a Real Madrid fan, Barcelona fan bantering me, I know it's banter, right? But not having a United fan who's supposed to be a United fan trying to make everything about the football club about himself. Like, you want to tell the manager how to play, you want to tell the particular player how to be doing this, how to be doing that, right? But at the same time, you fail to do the one thing that was asked of you, which is support the football club. It's football at the end of the day. Nobody's gonna sup up our oxygen. It's just football. After 90 minutes, everybody go home till we see them again the next time, right? But yeah, I think maybe it's just me. This season, I've said whatever happens. If I feel like what Mark said earlier, the manager is not beyond criticism, right? But when you start going overboard, when you start leaving criticism and start going into attacking the personality of either the player or the manager, then I see that you're going overboard. You're doing the hatred thing, right? That's the uncalled for. Criticize and move on. Don't criticize and start basing things from the past, because everybody will talk about last season, but everybody forgets his first season. Even last season, when we were having a rough time, most people they just erase the first season off their memory and just focus on that last season. So
that's because you know.
What's weird? Man United. Somebody say Man United fans had praised Ten Hag when we won at the Bernabeu. When we beat Barcelona and dunked them out the Europa League last season, right?
Yeah.
There was like, How long Man United in win in Barcelona?
Crazy,
how long?
I even hear some
How
people
long Man
saying that,
United win a
it
game in
was.
Spain before that happened, bro?
Mm-hmm.
Men praise Ten Hag. You know what I mean? Now he's a shit manager. Yeah, bro, Timber. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would never say I wish I was a Real Madrid fan, but I wish that United, the Glazers, bro, that at least have the common sense to fire John Murto and Arnold and that fellow we see name before them. You want Woodward and bring in top of the line people, bro. I wish they had that common sense because that's the only real thing I could blame them for, bro. Because if they're bringing the right people, stadium would have been rebuilt already. All these things would have happened long time. You know what I mean? We'd have continued our part of greatness. You know what I mean? Lots of fans, bro. I just be listening to a lot of talk shows and things, and it's just so evident with the way some people speak on things. You could literally hear the bias coming from them, and like people still think that there's an objective opinion, and I just look at it like, bro, football has become a strange place. Back then, fans of a team would listen to opposing fans' opinion and take it with a bag of salt, but now they listen to it and they be like, oh, he could be right.
Yeah,
it's weird.
Yeah, true. It's very weird. Very weird. Now, back before we run up the show, guys, I want to just ask a question. With all the signing Manchester United have made so far, should Manchester United be in the conversation for the title or top 4 this season? That's the question.
I'll go with that first. The fact that you got all the signings that you wanted, right, doesn't make it equate. I said it before. It doesn't equate to the fact that you're going to get a successful season, right?
Okay.
I haven't seen what the manager has been trying to do last season, because we saw it towards the end of last season. I feel like we could actually go 3 places better than what we did last season, if not 4.
Okay.
Yeah, because the thing is, people tend to say we were poor last season. Agreed. Last season was a poor season, but the amount of chances we missed last season, right? If we had, it's so much that even if we had took 50% of those chances and converted them, that would have given us another maybe 6-7 points.
Yeah.
And that would have put us, if I'm not mistaken, at 5th position. Right? So this season, I just want us to be clinical, because there's a fine line between you not converting and losing the game. We also saw it last week. Right? True. So for me, just because you got 5 players in doesn't automatically mean you win the league or you would. But we should be able. We have the squad to be able. Now I believe we have the squad to be able to push this season for the top 4 and maybe get the Europa League. But finals of the Europa League, if we get to the final of the Europa League, I just would want us to win it. But that's where I see us. That's my take on this one.
Okay. Mr. Tesh.
For me though, I'm not concerned about the league table necessarily. I'm concerned more about sustainability. So meaning, and that boils down to what they call the a core foundation from the manager side and the team as a whole. If you can build integration of new players, a good system of play, and also like something because last year when we see United play, to me I always feel like they can win this one and they can lose that next one, right? Because of what they called it's like almost like end to end, right? So that's what I'm saying. For this year, it's more so sustainability, like a forward-looking pattern that can enable us win games time over time. And again, it has to also be what they call fun and interesting. Like if you look at teams like, I'll give an example though, and I'm not saying we should be Arsenal, we should be Man City. If you look at them, you can see, these guys can go at least win out of the next 15, they can win 12. right?
That's true.
Because why? Because you've seen it, like they have a way of playing that okay, it's difficult for opponent to beat them, and they have a way of winning, right, consistently. So I think that's something I'll need from United. It will take time. Because if you look at Man City, it's not just the style of play, it's also the confidence in the players. That even when they go down, they know they can come back and actually win. Right. So I think that's what I need us to build, right? What they call that mentality, structure, and sustainability that can help us win games. And I think then I can start looking at, okay, where do I think will be placed and what they call on the table.
Fact. Mark.
Yo. Yeah, okay. For one thing, I would start off and say this. I expect a Europa League win. I expect to lift that Europa League this season. And I say I expect it because I know my manager. You know what I mean? I know my manager. In a cup, we dangerous. I know my team. Forever we dangerous in any cup. It was the Champions League last season. I feel like people went overboard because it was our first time in a long time that ever happened. And true, it was a big shame. But you really could blame Onana. You can't really blame the manager. You know what I mean? The reality is, like I was telling them, if Alisson was having them howlers, Klopp still was not benching him for the backup. Reality.
True.
You understand? So I just would say it like this: if we could get top 4, appreciative, because I know it would take a few weeks for this team to really click. Because I see some of the players have natural little chemistry with each other. Like Zirkzee have a nice little thing running with when the players he coming on playing with. He gaining the right positions. Bruno have a natural, you reading them and thing, just slight margins. It will happen with 2-3 more games. Bang, 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 man will start to be knocking into one another normal. Højlund is a big miss, man. Don't understand. That youth, man, trust what I telling all you, man. When that fella come back, Temba, come and tell me I talk about that, bro. Because watch
about Rasmus Højlund.
I see. You see what's going on. Men don't understand. Some men is watch things and they don't see the significance. And I watch Rasmus Højlund body language and positioning in the game when we play against Arsenal, right? When he pull up and get injured, right? And what was amazing to me, it was his position. It's how he used his body, the way he used his body. He didn't back up on the player or nothing like that. He put his hand out, touched the player. When the ball come, he pushed the player off balance, right? That way, controlling the player. The player grab his hand, he pull himself a little bit away, and he push and went. Player left for dead. Typical Ruud van Nistelrooy. Go back and watch it at Real Madrid, bro. And then Drex, go back and watch it at Manchester. We could superimpose at least 15 games for both teams where Van Nistelrooy do a same move to a defender. Guarantee both all you, bro. That's how much football I watch. And I'm telling you, if that fella applied that this season, Rasmus scoring 20 goals minimum.
20 goals?
Minimum.
Ha.
I think he did
bro, last season he scored what, 16 or something like that?
Yeah, so
16 all competition.
Come on,
all comps.
Extra 4 is not hard. Can do it.
And he had about 8 goals disallowed.
Yeah.
So let me put it like this, bro. When men talk shit about Rasmus, he had what, 5 assists or something like that? 2. If you look at his season where he come from, where he had 9 goals and 11 assists or something like that this season before in Atalanta as a backup, playing with a double striker. Then he come to United as a starter in a dysfunctional team that was going through it. We didn't have real much consistency and still score that, bro. Bro, don't underrate that youth man, bro. There's no need for Ivan Toney if that youth man fit. No need. Trust what I'm telling. Man them ain't even watching that, bro. Man them not even studying that, bro. Man just watching it, bro. He scored 15 goals. But what's so bad about that, bro? Man moved to the Premier League at 20 years old. banging 15 goals in a United side that didn't create the bulk of chances for him and wasn't really a consistent team behind him to give him that platform to just do his job. He had to, in some games, he had to do extra because he didn't have this player or that player. You understand? So
yeah, good point.
imagine him with some consistency this season behind him. That's all I had to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
So again,
big up, guys. Big up, guys. Is okay. Go on. Want to say something, Drex?
No.
I have to go. I have to go. Okay.
Yeah, I'm zooming about the show, man.
You're right. Okay.
The show, man.
Okay.
When I would doing the preview for the Liverpool match, Mark.
Because I think Tesh and I will do one on the possible outcome. We know that's what we normally do on preview.
Yeah, that must do their own. That's tomorrow.
Yeah, that's tomorrow. Yes.
So
okay.
That must do their own tomorrow. But if you have time, midday Friday.
Okay.
You can do our thing.
Hey, you guys, just drop me the link. Let's do this thing together tomorrow then.
No problem.
Okay.
I'll send it to you.
Okay. Big up, guys. I think Madrid have been playing right now. Go and watch that one later now.
Who are they playing?
Espanyol. 0-0.
Okay. Yeah, I need to watch. I need to watch some football, bro. I need to watch something like football this afternoon because I'm tired of the cocoa melon. Tired of all these things that I see on my TV, bro.
leave my kids alone, please.
I'm tired of Joe, bro. These guys are taking over. They're taking over, bro. I'm tired, bro. I just got it. Yeah, mom's got this thing.
You see? Mark, can you see it?
Big up. And who is it? Who on the back?
Nobody. I'm not buying into anybody on the back.
Okay.
But please do not wear a Barcelona kit on the stream again because you will absolutely be cooked, bro. That first time we overlooked you, but this time around,
you should
bro,
delete that stream where you had that kit on, bro. Telling you,
Mark, when is the bragging right? Isn't it supposed to be today?
Bro, I ain't really feeling so top.
Okay. We'll move it to next week. It's fine.
Yeah, I was now thinking about dropping a post and apologizing to everybody because I can't make it.
Take it to next week.
I mean, I'm feeling much better, but I'm just feeling tired, bro. So I
don't do it. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it next week. Next week is fine. What about you guys? Did the Sunday chill, right? No,
I don't think so. No.
There was game.
Sunday I was out. I think I was out late.
Yeah, Mark was out late. Yeah. All right, guys. I would have to go. I'd have to leave.
Thanks, guys, for being here with us. Thanks, guys, for jumping in, man. I really appreciate, And guys, please, and we've come to the end of the show. Please, just smash the like button and subscribe if you are new. I think I'll be here tomorrow for the daily updates, man, on whatever is happening on the world of football. From me, your boy, Toney Banks, signing out. Good night, guys.
Good night, everybody.
Thanks for watching.